Is it possible to create your own reality despite what's happening in your external world or around the world? Can you really create what you want despite other influences from distractions that's going on in your life? The answer, surprisingly, is yes. And it's just a unique way your mind works and the universe works. So when it comes to creating what you want in your life, here's the secret that you must understand. It's all about your attention. Your attention brings energy to what you desire. In other words, if you put your attention to something, it's not only your awareness you're putting there, you're putting a vibration. A vibration is a mix of energy with a resonance. It contains electromagnetic chemical signals, light frequencies, all type of these energetic bonds that they come out, they harmonize with the similar thing that you're looking for, and you get that attracted into your life or to your reality. They call that the law of attraction. When you get what you want, or you get that thing to come in harmony with you. So the key again is, you got to get your attention focused to what you want. So how can you get your attention on something? It's easier said than done, right? Because we're always constantly being distracted. There's always things coming up in our world, in our life, and it makes things kind of hectic. So we get this intermittent attention. So the key to gain attention and to put your focus, you have to control what's known as the monkey brain, or the ego, or the false self, or the personality of who you think you are. Your ego. Your ego is the biggest distraction from your attention. You see, your mind, it's focused, or it's primarily programmed around external situations and environment. And this is not your fault, because when you were a baby growing up, these were institutionalized in you through your family, through your education, through your friends. So that became a part of your norm. And the thing about the ego is this: the ego only knows from the past. So what do I mean by that? Well, your mind has a funny way of deducing reality, the ego. So if you want to manifest a business or make a certain amount of money in this business, if you haven't done this before, you know what your mind does? Your mind will look to the past to see if you've done it. If it doesn't match, your mind will come back with an answer of you can't do it. So I want you to always remember one thing. The mind only knows one thing: the past conditioned habits. Let me repeat that again. The mind only knows one thing: its past conditional habits. In other words, your mind cannot help you to do something that you've never done before. Repeat that again. Your own logical mind cannot help you to do something that you've never done before, because it only knows the past, the experiences you've done. If you've never done it, you can't do it. That's what the mind says. But you have another part of you that can do that job. It's through your subconscious, which connects to your higher self. All right? So we'll get back to creating your reality despite all things. So again, your attention. So you have to find a way to get your mind to focus despite what's happened. So what's the secret? How do you do it? Here it is. To get your mind to get what you want. And when I mean attention, I'm speaking about your thought focus, your visualization, your intent. That's what attention means. So here's the secret to do it. You have to become present. What do I mean by that? Well, you cannot look into the past and you cannot look into the future. You have to be gracious, or you have to be grateful for what's happening right now in your life. Let me repeat that again. You must come to a point where you're at peace with what's happening right now, but at the same time, you are using your mind, your attention. You're visualizing what you want. Okay, what else are you doing? You're thinking about it. You're using your intention, and you're focusing your desires into what we'll call, just for this discussion, we call the future. So when you do this, that's what you call extending the field. I'll repeat that again because it's so important. The secret to creating your reality, despite whatever's going on in the world, is you have to become at peace with what's happening. If you're in a situation, you're not happy, you must become at peace with it. And then when you become at peace, you must consistently and continually visualize with certainty or have the possibility as a state of mind that you will receive what you want. Here's what's happening when you do this. When you put your attention to this, that's a vibration. It's going to harmonize. And it's also going to your subconscious mind. Because if you're in the present moment and you're experiencing maybe what you don't like, but you're at peace with it, but at the same time, you're going to your what I call happy place, which is where you're visualizing, you're seeing the goals you want. What you're doing, your subconscious mind is picking that up. Why? Because it is what's called your dominant thought. Your subconscious mind will always go to what resonates or what you proclaim the most. Your subconscious mind will pick up the most powerful thought frequency. So it's off. So in other words, your subconscious mind will go where your attention is a lot. So it's going to, whatever you're focusing on the most, that's where your mind will go. Think about that. What do many of us focus on? Well, we focus on what we don't want. So that's where our attention goes. So we do it subconsciously and we do it with our ego pushing it. So if you start to focus your mind on or attention on what you want, that's where your subconscious is going to go. And then when your subconscious goes there, that's where the magic of quantum mechanics comes in, because those particles, they start to resonate, they start to harmonize, and then they start to bring things into your reality. So despite what's going on around, everybody else may be struggling, everyone may be in fear, but yet look at you. You're being happy, you're getting things your way. You're in like your own bubble. So why does it work this way? Well, let's look at the particle that creates matter, or what we call real stuff. So a particle is comprised of other smaller particles, and they're all basically energy. To make it very simple, a particle can spin up or spin down. A particle can be here, there, at the same place at the same time. What else? A particle has infinite ways of materializing energy waves. In other words, a particle has an infinite number of probabilities that can come into your life for you to get what you want. That's what reality. So you have an ability through your subconscious mind to find infinite ways for you to get what you want, or we call it the how. So how am I going to get it? You don't have to worry about the how, because your mind will materialize that. Okay? So what you want to keep in mind is, do not allow your mind, your conscious mind, to sabotage you by trying to figure out how we're going to do this. Because now you take your attention to what? To that, right? So if your attention goes to that, that's going to be more energy. That's where your subconscious mind is also going to go. So you're just going to keep getting how. You're not going to actually get what you want. You're just going to get more of how, which is creating resistance, because your conscious mind is taking over now. It's no longer your subconscious mind. Now it's your logical mind is running the show by trying to figure out how. Your subconscious mind now is not doing anything because your attention is not there. Make sense? Okay, good. Now, continue on. So once you start to do this, here's where the magic happens. Because you've created this flow, or what we call this repetitive pattern, now that becomes a very high, what I call resonance or force, that interacts with a field. And this field is what binds and brings things to us, real and intelligent, meaning it can bring physical things, a person, a situation into your life. Because within this field lies the structural information. It's already there. The blueprint's already there to get you what you want. So you have to keep your mind focused. Once you start to do that, everything around you, your friends, somebody else, they may be having problems, they may be struggling, they may be having all these issues. You won't. Because again, the reason you won't have it is because of the infinite ways. There's more than enough. You don't have to suffer because somebody else is suffering. You don't have to become part of the play. You don't have to become part of the norm. You can become your own success. you can become your own powerhouse, because each of us, we have our own consciousness. I'm aware I'm conscious. You are aware of your conscious. See, we have our own way of consciousness. So we have our own individual way to perceive our reality, and we interact with this field. So there can be at times right now where everything is tough, things are hard. But if I focus my attention on what I want through my intention, through visualization, through a possibility that it could happen, I target my subconscious mind, and through the laws of quantum physics and how the universe works, I'm going to attract it. There is rules to this game. What we call a simulation, a holographic universe, it has rules, and the rules state this: whatever you put your attention to, that's where your energy goes, and energy vibrates, and that's what you'll attract. So if you want to get anything out of this video, here it is. Whatever you put your attention to, that's what you will attract. Very simple. The law of attraction is working all the time, whether you want it to or not. So, key component again, get your mind out of the picture, talk about your ego, and put your subconscious mind in the driving seat, and you can see how your world will change. Very powerful.